we have seen how to implement strategy design pattern using core Java setup. I hope everyone noticed that, guys. Check your side. Voice is fine. Check your side, please. But yeah, we developed strategy design pattern by using core Java setup. In that one, target and dependent classes are having loose coupling, boss. I can move from one dependent class to another dependent class without touching the source code of target class. We are happy with that. But if I want to add new dependent class, if I want to rename any existing dependent class, I'm forced to modify the factory class. That means still some tight coupling is there. Still some tight coupling is there. Yesterday I asked you people, what's the solution to make it as what? 100% loosely coupled. How to make it as what? 100% loosely coupled. Are you listening, guys? Tell me any thoughts. Tell me any thoughts. Yes. You should start giving dependent class name. You should start giving dependent class name from outside the application. Don't hard code. Try to give from outside the application. Option number one, either XML file or properties file. So since reading and processing XML is very complex, we will prefer working with the properties file. Are you getting my point? We will prefer working with the properties file. Come on, guys. Definitely will prefer working with the properties file. Yes. To make our strategy design pattern application as 100% loosely coupled application. As 100% loosely coupled application. Come on, guys. As 100% loosely coupled application, we can pass inputs to that application. We can pass inputs to that application either using properties file or XML file. Okay. Or XML file. property file is easy to process, guys. Property file is easy to process. Compared to XML file, properties file is easy to process. XML file is bit complex. Yeah, because developing XML file may be easy, boss, but reading and processing is bit complex. Property file is easy. So that's why we'll try to understand what is properties file. Properties file is a text file that maintains the entries in the form of key value pairs. Properties file is a text file that maintains the entries in the form of key value pairs. Okay, boss. So something like this, guys. Let us assume I have a info dot properties. Info dot. Hash symbol indicates comments, guys. Hash symbol indicates what? Comments. It's officially comment symbol was. Okay. Personal info. Okay, but person dot ID. That is a key. Key can have one word, one letter, multiple words separated with the dot. Multiple words separated with the dot. Person dot name Raja. Key value. Person dot address Hyderabad. Yes, boss. Here are my keys, guys. Here are my values. Here are my keys, guys. Here are my values. Properties file is a text file that maintains the entries as key value pairs. Properties file is a text file that maintains the entries as key value pairs. I hope you are understanding my statement, guys. Come on. Are you listening my statement, guys? Come on. Are you with me? Yeah, key and value. Now listen, how to read this data into Java application. Yes. Now listen, anyone knows there is a collection called java.util.properties. How many of you heard about this class? Java.util.properties is a map collection. In fact, subclass of hash table. Subclass of what? Hash table, guys. It's a subclass of hash table. Come on. Java.util.properties is a map collection. Subclass of what? Hash table. Which is capable of taking only strings in the keys and values of elements. Yeah, listen, keys must be strings, values must be strings. Other map collections allows to take any object as key, any value, any object as value. But this map collection allows to take only strings as what? Keys and values of the elements. Only strings as the keys and values of the elements, which is capable of taking only strings as the keys and keys and values of the elements. Are you listening, boys? Keys must be strings, values must be strings. Okay, guys. Generally, map collections allow any Java objects as keys and and any other any Java objects as keys and values. But java.util.properties, okay, allows only strings as the keys and values of the elements. Only strings as the keys and values of the element. Yeah, one more specialty is there, guys. In our Java application, we can make java.util.properties collection getting its keys and values, getting its what? Keys and values, getting keys and values. Come on. Of the elements. Of the elements from the properties file. What file, guys? Properties file using load method. What method, guys? Load method. We have a special method called load method, guys, using that. Array, nothing is there. Keys must be strings, values must be strings. Okay. Basically, let us assume, moreover, you need not to type keys and values directly in the Java application. You can link java.util.properties collection with properties file. Happily you can prepare that collection, boss. It's something like this. Check it out. So let us feel this is my java.util.properties object. Java.util.properties object. Yes. This is element 0. In map collection, every element contains one key, one value. Element 1. Here is my element 2. Here are my keys. Here are my values. What is the key, guys? Key collected from the properties file. Person.id 101. Person.name Raja. Next, person.address Hyderabad. Tell me, guys, this information we got it from where, guys? This file. So, what is the code we should write? So, let us assume it is there in a certain location. Okay, so it is there in a certain package and location of the project, guys. com/nt/ commons package. Let us assume it is there in what? com/nt/commons package of the project. Commons package. Generally, we keep properties file there only. What is the code for it, guys? Code in Java application. Uh, first, first create input stream. Input stream pointing to properties file. Input stream is is equal to superclass reference variable can refer subclass object, right? New file input stream. I hope you are listening my statements, guys. Are you listening my statements? New file input stream of com/nt/cfz/ come on info dot properties. Info dot properties. com/nt/cfz/ it's not cfc, commons. Okay, commons slash, and it's better to mention src also. It's better to mention src. By default it looks in project folder, guys. So generally all packages will be there under what? src. Under src. If it is a Maven project, for example, if you are dealing with Maven project, src/main/java. Remember, boss, if it is a Maven project, generally we place what? All these packages in what? src/main/java. Okay. Yes, we mentioned the location, boss. Okay. Please switch off your cameras. Next. Right. Right. Properties file info to java.util.properties collection. Yes, boss. I'm now writing, I'm creating empty. Properties props is equal to new properties of. Properties props is equal to. Oh, still I have not introduced Maven, na? Sorry. Okay. I have not introduced to Maven. Sorry. I thought you know Maven. I thought you people already know Maven. Okay, now I'm assuming you don't know Maven kind of thing. Yes, boss. Okay, now that is enough. src/com/nt/commons/info dot properties. Properties props is equal to new properties. Empty properties object has come. What has come, guys? Empty properties object has come. Now tell me here. Props dot load. We have a straight away method. We have a straight away method is. Okay, is is pointing to properties file. Props is representing empty collection. Because of this load method, what happens, the keys and values of property file will become the keys and values of java.util.properties class object. The keys and values of properties file will become The keys and values of java.util.properties class object. You want to check whether they have really become or not. System.out.println props. Automatically toString method will be called, entire data will come. No, sir. I want to get the value of specific key. Prints all element values. Print all elements, all element keys and values. Okay, guys. Now I want to print specific key, specific one. System.out.println. System.out.println. Person.id. Key value. Person.id key value. Tell me. Props.get. Props.get. Hmm. Props.get. Person.id. Okay, you will get what? 101. Gives 101. SOP. Person.name key value. Props.get. Person.name. Gives Raja. I hope you are understanding my statement, boss. Gives 101, gives Raja. Info.properties. New properties. Load is. Person.id. Person.name. I hope you are understanding my point. Yes. The whole word will be treated as a key, boss. Person.id, person.name. Before equal to whatever is there, that will be treated as a key. Don't think that only person is the key, waste fellows. Great doubts will come, boss. Okay. Whole word before equal to symbol, whatever is there, that is called key. After seeing this statement also, how you get that kind of doubts, boss? Key is equal to value. Before equal to whatever is there, everything together key, Babu. Everything together key. So you got idea, boss? So now I want to use this knowledge to make my core Java based factory pattern. Come on. Core Java based factory pattern. Okay. Yeah, we can use both methods. Get property we can use, get key also. Get also we can use. Both are possible. You can use two methods are there. Get property is there, get is there. You can use both, not a problem. Right. Get property is quite recommended. Why? Because that returns directly string. That directly returns a string, boss. If it is a get method, some typecastings are required. Okay. Okay. Sir, that is a pattern of the key, boss. How XML tag is considered by XML parser? Abhinav Mahapatra. Okay. How XML tag is considered, how JSON format content is considered. That's the work of these properties collection. This load method will take that responsibility, Ra Babu. XML parser is considering XML tag based on less than greater than symbol. How Java compiler is considering the semicolon as end of instruction. How JSON related parser or processor is considering colon symbol. Huh? That's the work of load method. That's the work of load method. Come on. Load method will take care of what? Equal to symbol as the separator between key and value. You don't bother. Load method will make that sense. Okay. Right. Yeah. Now I want to make this one as I want to talk about I want to involve that one, boss. Now listen carefully. Look at the factory, guys. Target is fixed. Our target is fixed. Flipkart. We are very much clear on that. But time to time, dependent is changing. Instead of doing like this, get the dependent class. Get the dependent class from properties file. Load that class by using class.forName and create the object by using new instance method and assign that object to whom and assign that object to Flipkart. Assign that object to Flipkart. So tomorrow I don't want to work with the DTDC. I want to work with the Blue Dot. I'll go to property file. I will change the name of the dependent class from Blue Dot to property. Sorry, DTDC to Blue Dot. Am I going to touch the source code of the factory class, guys? Am I going to touch the source code of the factory class, guys? No. So that means I have to link properties file and factory class. I mean to say factory pattern class. Are you understanding my point there? Okay, boss. Hmm. Yes. Now let's see. New package. com.nt. 1 minute. Instead of disturbing these guys, this one. IOC pros 8, strategy DP, core Java. What file, boss? Properties file. Properties file. Yes, I'm trying to improvise it, nothing else. Everyone, please focus, guys. SRC new package. com.nt.commons. Array, generally properties file info will be used by all the sources of the project. Uh, that's why it is taken in a commons package. You don't like take in any other name, not a problem. Not a problem. Package name is not fixed, boss. Any name you can take. Yes, boss. Here, file name also your choice. File name is also your choice. Yes. Now you want to have a you want to have your name, guys. Okay, any name. Inputs dot properties. Not compulsory extension should be dot properties, guys. Recommended extension is dot properties. If you don't want, you can take some other name, not a problem. If you don't want, you can take some other name. Okay. So right now, okay, dependent Spring Bean class. Right. Key is my choice, guys. Okay. Listen. Dependent class. Dependent dot class is equal to. Okay. Okay. I think latecomers are asking me what is hash symbol. Join after 30 minutes, you will be knowing everything. Waste fellows. Hash symbol indicates comment. Hash symbol indicates what? Comment. Are you listening? Okay. Come on time, ra, waste fellows. Okay. Dependent dot class is equal to com dot nt dot component dot. I want to work with DTDC. Fully qualified class name. Please, this is a key. This is key. If you are feeling it is a dot class property confusing you, remove it. I'm going to remove that. Please, in properties file, we cannot work with the Java properties. In a text file, can you deal with the Java properties? Can you say here dot class is what? Built-in property of Java? No, no, no. It's a pure English word. So anyhow, to avoid confusion, I have taken what? Dependent dot class name. I think now no confusion. Dependent dot class name. What is your thoughts, sir? I don't want to hard code dependent class. I want to collect from property file like this. So that I can change from one dependent to another dependent very easily by changing this properties file content. Understanding my statement, guys? Super. Now tell me. Flipkart factory. What is that, guys? Flipkart factory. Okay, boss. Manali Tripre. Where you give string ra babu. Array, listen. Dot is optional. You can take single word also. Just to take dependent. Dot is not mandatory in the key. You can generally multiple words in the key will be separated with the dot. Manali Tapre, if you give string from here, this is by default string only, na? This keys will be treated as string, value will be treated as a string. Okay, boss. Manali Tapra, I don't know what you are thinking, boss. These are basically strings only. Study core Java properly, my dears. Abhinash, Abhinash, key can have anything. Anything before equal to is treated as anything before equal to will be treated as a key. In that one, dot is there, x is there, y is there, really does not matter. Guys, what's happening, guys? You'll focus on unnecessary things or necessary things. Dot is taken for our comfort purpose. Dot is taken for our comfort purpose. Array, if I write like this, how does it sound, Ra? Can you differentiate? Can you differentiate? No, na. Is it sounding good? No, na. Okay. So that's why I'm separating. Separating with the dot. Only for because two words cannot be differentiated. So if you are feeling that much worried about that, I will take this one as courier dot name over courier dot name or courier dot type. Any issue now? It's a pure English word. Pure English word. Come on. Are not required, ra babu. My choice. Anything I can take. Upper case, lower case, mixed case, anything I can take. Take your choice, key your choice value. Right. Now leave it. So courier dot type I have taken. Now come to this place, guys. Let us improvise this one. Now tell me, I call this get instance method for 200 times. 200 times I should load property file and I should read properties file content into properties object. I think better to do only for one time. Speak out, speak out. All your questions indicates you are very poor in core Java, boss. Very poor in core Java, and you are not identifying what to be concentrated, what to be ignored. Lack of practice in core Java, lack of maturity in core Java reflecting here. Okay, now listen. I will be calling get instance method 200 times, and I will be using content of the properties file 200 times. Come on, 200 times. But I should load property file 200 times. I should read property file content into property collection for 200 times. Or one time is sufficient. Speak out, guys. One time is sufficient. Okay. So one time logic where we write constructor or static block. Come on, come on. Where we write one time logics, boss? Where exactly we write one time logics? We write our one time logics either in constructor or static block. Okay. Am I going to create object for Flipkart factory anywhere? No. Because I have taken my factory method as static method, I am going to call on the class name. Come on, guys. So when object is not there, do you think constructor will execute? No. So writing logic in constructor is waste. Now what is left? Static block. What is left? Static block. So I think I can take that one in static block or not. No rules. Everything should analyze. You should analyze. Okay, now let us take the static block, guys. But in static block, can I use non-static data? No. You must, whatever member variables you are using, they should be static only. Okay, so I want to use properties collection inside the static block and outside the static block. So better to declare as a static variable or not. Private static properties props. Private static properties props. Are you listening my statement, guys? Okay. Load properties file. Load properties file. Not load. Locate and locate properties file. Okay, guys. Manali, in our application target is fixed. Only dependents are changing. Please focus that. Locate properties file. Tell me, guys, how to locate properties file. Input stream is is equal to new file input stream. New file input stream. Come on, guys. Input stream, new file input stream. src slash com slash nt slash what is this? Commons slash. Come on. commons slash. After that, what is that, guys? Commons slash inputs dot properties. Any file name you can take, not ish. Inputs dot. Array, listen. This method throws exception, guys. So you have to write try catch block. Next, load properties file content into java.util.properties class object. Java.util.properties class object. Understanding my statement, boss? Come on. Hmm. Okay, guys. See, boss, property file name is your choice, location is your choice. Since I have taken in this package, I am passing here. Okay, boss. And Dharmendra Kumar, why do you keep in hard disk? Why do you keep in hard disk when property file is required in project? Suppose you kept in E drive, boss. Tomorrow your project is moved to another machine. Okay, now tell me again, you will copy the file separately to E drive of another machine, or if it is there in the project folders, along with the project, it will be moved. Guys, did you studied core Java in your lifetime? Did you ever studied IO streams? Did you ever studied IO streams in your lifetime? Because by seeing your kind of questions, I am shocked. Suppose property file is there in E drive ABC folder. I moved my project to another computer. Tell me, you will move again going to another computer, again you will create E colon slash ABC slash property file, which is complex, boss. Or if you keep in the project, along with the project, property file will be moved. Use basic common sense, my dears. Okay. Load property file content into java.util.properties class object. See, when I do some activity, please look at in a positive angle first. SAR is taken means there will be some benefit. No, I don't think about positive angle. I always ask. I know how to take from hard disk. If I take from hard disk, what happens? No, that is not the way to improve your knowledge, boss. I am doing something means first you have to look in positive angle of that. Come on, come on. Right. Java dot, because there are so many people attending class without applying common sense and basic core Java knowledge. Now, if you do like this, course will be delayed. Later, don't blame me. Please try to show some respect. Okay. Java dot. Yeah. Java dot util dot properties. Java dot util dot properties. Props is equal to, come on. Already taken at the top. Props is equal to new properties. Yes, guys. Next one. Props dot load is. Props dot load is. Tell me here. Java IO exception. See, core Java, advanced Java, Spring, all these are secondary, my dears. Common sense, applying fundamentals is very important. Positive attitude towards knowing new things. This is very important in life. IO exception. IOE dot print stack trace. Catch to handle unknown exceptions. E dot print stack trace. Okay, boss. So now tell me, boss, at the end, what happens? Whatever content is there in properties file will come and store into this props. Since props is a global variable, I can happily use in what? Other methods of the class or not? Definitely I can use in other methods of the class. Okay, now let's go for get dependent class name. Get dependent class name. Nothing but courier name from properties file. Properties file. Nothing but java.util.properties class object. Java.util.properties class object. Tell me here what is that? String courier class name is equal to string courier class name is equal to props dot get property. Props dot get property. Come on, guys. What is the key? Okay, boss. Courier dot type. Courier dot type. Okay. Don't worry. Tomorrow onwards or today onwards, at the end of the class, I will ask what core Java concept we should revise before coming to next topic, so that our classroom time will not be wasted. Okay, fine. But be alert. Be alert. String courier class name is equal to props dot get property courier dot type, boss. Yes. Now next load dependent class. Load dependent class. Already we know how to load the class. What's the best way of loading class, my dear? Class C is equal to class dot for name. Class C is equal to class dot for name of class name. Courier class name. Yes. Okay, boss. But this method throws an exception, boss. So when it is throwing exception, better to catch and handle the exception or not. Better to catch and handle the exception. Okay. Class C is equal to class dot for name of this one, boss. After that, we have loaded the class, right? We have loaded the class. Now, after loading the class, what should I do, guys? We have to think about creating object. Definitely, we have to think about creating object. Now, tell me here how to create the object. Class C is equal to class dot for name, courier class name. Yes, new instance method. But from Java 9, it's 9 onwards. New instance method of java.lang. Class is deprecated. What do you say, guys? Yeah, you try to say. You try to say. Courier is equal to courier is equal to, come on, courier c dot new instance of c dot new instance of. Okay, actually, what is the version? Yeah, if it is Courier is equal to c dot new instance of. Now tell me guys, now we are ready with the dependent class object or not? Load and create dependent class object. Super. Load and create a dependent class object. See, I'm using new instance method. Other day I discussed new operator is having some problem. That's why we have to think about using what? New instance method. Did you remember that point, guys? Yes. Now tell me here, what is the story? What is the story? Now we are ready with the dependent class object. Now we are creating target class object. We are assigning dependent class object to target class object. Is there any place I am hard coding dependent class name, guys? Is there any place I am hard coding dependent class name, guys? No. But in this process, if any exception comes, guys. Okay. Yeah, class dot for name may give exception. What is that? Class not found exception. Class not found exception. So cnf dot print stack trace. Cnf dot print stack trace. If any exception comes, I just want to return null. If any problem comes, I want to return null. There may be a chance of getting unknown exceptions also. Exception E. Print the details and I want to return null. I want to return null. Yes, boss. Okay, now end of the try block, end of the method, end of the class, end of the method. But what is the problem, guys? Once everything is properly placed, so we got the new instance is a deprecated one. Come on. Okay, now I can take this get instance method without having type or not. I can take this get instance method without having type. So this method is deprecated, boss. So when it is deprecated, what should I do? I have to think about alternate or not. Deprecated from Java 9. So better to avoid utilizing deprecated methods or not. Okay, then what we should use? Constructor class new instance method. Remembered? Constructor class new instance method. I already introduced all these things, boss. While teaching constructor injection, I already introduced all these things. Come on. So how to get all the constructors of the loaded class? Constructor cons array is equal to c dot get declared constructors. Constructor cons0 is equal to c dot get declared constructor. Come on, guys. Cons of 0 dot new instance of I am not passing any arguments because 0 argument. Okay, what you will get? You will get object. Its return type is object type object. So what should I do? I have to go for typecasting. What is the typecasting? What is the common type for all dependents, guys? Courier type. So I can typecast with the courier type or not? I can typecast with the courier type. Courier is equal to. Okay. Since this method is deprecated, which class? Java.lang.class method is deprecated. I have gone for what, guys? New instance, same method but different class. What is that class? Constructor class new instance method I have used. Sir, why are you passing 0? Why are you passing 0? Array, this get declared method gives all the constructors that are there in the class. But right now, all my dependent classes is having only one constructor, that is 0 param constructor. Anyhow, that will be referred by 0th element. That's why I'm using cons of 0 dot get instance. So some pain is there or not there. That is what I'm trying to show. Right. We are getting the class name, guys. We are loading the class name, guys. We are creating the object of dependent class, guys. Target object, assigning dependent to target, returning target object, And here is the story. I hope you are understanding. Since we studied this kind of internals already in setter injection, constructor injection, I don't think these lines are bit new. I don't think these lines are bit new. Come on. And this time, no need of passing type. No need of passing type from the client also. Get instance is taken without parameter. Now go to client application, my dear. Go to client application, my dear. Okay, now no need of passing anything. Get instance and my code returns. Get instance, we got the new. Now look at this one. Click on it. Java application, run this. Yes, right now what it is taking is DTDC as the dependent. Who has done delivery was DTDC. Why it has done delivery by using DTDC? Because in the property file DTDC is there. I don't want to work with the DTDC. I want to work with the blue dot. I want to work with the blue dot. Come on, guys. Strategy DP test. Go here. This time, who is giving service, guys? Blue dot. Who is giving service, guys? Blue dot. Am I touching my source code? Am I disturbing my am I disturbing my factory class when I am changing from one courier type to another courier type? I hope you are enjoying the way I achieved. What is that loose coupling? Okay, I will add one more level. I'll add one more level. Go to this place like blue dot. I will take one more thing called FedEx. I'll take one more thing called FedEx. And if you have a proper core Java knowledge, you will enjoy my sessions like anything, boss. Rename FedEx. FedEx. Okay, na? Right. FedEx. Next one. Ramanji, after making jar, you cannot change the code now, boss. Right. Okay. FedEx. Right, boss. Strategy DP test. Now run this one. Blue dot is coming. Okay, another dependent is ready. To work with this dependent, do I need to modify factory class, boss? No. Without modifying factory class, I'm ready to work with a new dependent also that is just arrived. I'm ready to work with a new dependent also that is arrived. Are you understanding my statement? com.nt.fedex, FedEx. Acha, somehow spell mistake happened. Okay, let me correct it. It is FedEx. 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 Yes, boss. Strategy DP test, boss. See, this time who is coming into picture, boss? FedEx is coming into picture. Who is coming into picture, boss? FedEx is coming into picture. Did you realize that? Did you realize that, guys? Okay. Factory, this one, this one, this one. Yes. Here is my example application, boss. Here is my example application. Yes, boss. Now, I'll try to develop same application. Acha, before that, let me paste some code because we need some reference to write. When you read, you should have some reference. Let me paste some important things, not everything. I'll give the titles later. Okay. Right. FedEx. Very fastly, let me paste something here. 1 minute. I don't take multiple dependents, guys. 1, 2 dependents I will take. Yes, boss. Yeah, what is most important is factory, boss. VS, if you want to use 2 courier service, first of all, you have to design factory taking 2 courier services. First, design courier 1, courier 2 in factory class and take 2 dependents in the properties file. What is there in that? From the beginning, you should have that thought. Okay. You want to work with 1 courier, 2 courier, you should have that thought while designing target class itself. While designing target class itself, you should have that thought, my dears. Yes. Okay. Here is my factory, boss. This is my Flipkart factory. Yeah. Sometimes I'm not giving package imports. Anyhow, I'm giving soft copy to you. I hope that will not be a problem. Yes, boss. Last one, strategy DP test, boss. Strategy DP test. Okay. Very fastly. Flipkart.java. Target class. Flipkart.java target class. Input.properties. Next. FedEx.java. Next. DTDC.java. Okay, guys. DTDC.java. Flipkart factory. Flipkart factory.java. Yes, boss. Okay. What is this? Strategy DP test.java client application. Yes, boss. Okay, to give the feeling, this can be changed. Let me give some more thing like this. com.nt.comp.dtds. You can change one from another. Yes, guys. Now listen. This is if I develop strategy design pattern using core Java property file, this much hangama is there. I hope everyone is comfortable with this hangama, boss. 1 minute. Let me explain the flow. I run the application. Control comes to main method. Now listen. Flipkart FPKT is equal to Flipkart factory dot get instance. Forget about get instance method call first. First think about calling Flipkart factory dot get instance. So in this process, first class will be loaded or not. Before invoking method, first class will be loaded. When class is loaded, what happens, guys? Static block executes. In static block, what we are doing, guys? Locating the properties file, reading properties file content and storing into properties object. This load method will take care of it. So that means the moment this method is called, as soon as class is loaded, come on. So we are ready with what? Properties file content into props object or not? At the moment class is loaded, static block executes. Inside that we have kept that logic. Super. Now control comes to get instance method. Cool. Get instance method. Props dot get property courier dot type. In the properties file, courier dot type is having what, guys? FedEx. Okay, now what is the class name you are going to get in this variable? FedEx. Loading FedEx class. Getting constructors of the FedEx class. Using zero param constructor of the FedEx class, we are creating object. Now tell me, this courier interface reference variable is now referring to what object? FedEx object. So here what happened? FedEx object is created. Come on, guys. Flipkart object is created. FedEx object is assigned to Flipkart object. Flipkart object is returned, and that comes to client application. Like this Flipkart object having FedEx object has created. Now we are calling shopping method. Control goes to target class. Control goes to what? Target class. Shopping method. Here some hangama is there to execute the business logic. So we are calculating bill amount. We are generating order ID, and we are getting the message and displaying the message. Are you enjoyed my point or not, guys? Are you comfortable or not, guys? Are you enjoyed my point or not? Are you comfortable or not, guys? Right. Okay, now let me develop let me develop same application by using Spring. Same application let me develop by using Spring. Okay, this much hangama I did to tell that how easy to develop same application in the Spring. Okay, boss. Copy, paste. Fundamentals I will give very seriously, boss. Because if these fundamentals are not there, you cannot face Spring basics interview. It's impossible. Okay, Spring. So everyone studies what is Spring. But what made us to go for Spring, I am explaining in this example. I hope you realized that. Okay. Why Spring has become popular? What made us to think about Spring? Before Spring, what people used to do for dependency management? What are the complexities in that? So that's what I am explaining. Now you observe, first of all, I should add Spring jars, guys. First of all, I should add Spring jars as usually in regular manner. Class path, add external jars. Okay, AOP expect jars are optional. Context support core. Okay, guys, core expression, these are enough. Core expression, these are enough. And one dependent, yes. And moreover, 30 to 40% of Spring interview, though you are keeping microservice and Spring Boot, will happen from Spring fundamentals only. That's the reason I'm stressing this much. That too, I said it's a course of covering Spring and Spring Boot and microservices. So two courses I combined into single course. So you have to show bit patience. And the people who already know Spring also, they will realize I don't know much of Spring. I hope you are feeling it or not. Some people who already got Spring knowledge also attending one more time. Are you feeling I am teaching boring Spring basics or interesting Spring basics? Okay. Downloads. Common siphon logging. Right. Are you understanding my point? Yes. So. Now listen. Now just think. Some people already know Spring. They only feeling Spring is interesting. Think about how interesting it would be while learning. Okay, Spring Boot and microservices. The way I am going to present, you just assume it. Fine, but you have to give time. If you give time, everything will happen. Hmm. Yes, boss. Now we are ready with this stuff now. Today, no need of this one. No need of this one. Come on. Today, no need of this one. Factory is not required. Factory is not required. Why, sir? Factory is not required. Array IOC container itself factory na babu. Come on. IOC container itself factory. Yes, boss. Now listen. Go for package. com.nt.cfgs. Yes, inputs I am going to give. Inputs I am going to give through Spring Bean configuration file. Others, other who will waste the time? 1 minute. Go to our first project. Go to our first project. Copy this. Say paste. Say paste. Application context.xml. Yes, programmer should have that maturity of what? Reusing the content. Yes, boss. Yeah, I need not to disturb my target and dependent classes, boss. Really, sir. I need not to disturb my target and dependent classes. Okay, configure dependent classes. I'll configure all the dependent classes, guys. Bean ID, DTDC, class is equal to com.nt. I think today I have taken component. Let it be, not a problem. Okay. com.nt.component.dtdc. If you want, you can change the package name. Not compulsory. Package name should be beans, guys. Anything you can take. Beadart. Beadart. I promised one thing. I will give goosebumps to your body. Did I say that statement or not? Yes. If you see the third application, third project is a mini project, guys. Real-time dependency injection I am going to teach there. How real-time industry uses dependency injection, I'm going to teach that. Okay. Next one, FedEx. FX. Okay. Here is my FedEx. Yes. Configure dependent classes. Configure target class. Configure target class. Bean ID. What is that? FPKT. Class is equal to, come on, Flipkart. Class is equal to Flipkart. Tell me, I enable setter injection, constructor injection, setter injection. Come on. Property name. What is the name of the property, boss? Courier. What is the name of the property? Courier. Tell me, that property is what type? Reference type, simple type, reference type. Reference type, simple type, reference type, simple type. Understanding my statement? Reference type. If it is reference type, what is the attribute I should use? Refa value. Refa value. Ref is equal to DTDC. Ref is equal to DTDC. Are you listening my statement, guys? Ref is equal to DTDC. Strategy DP test, boss. Strategy DP test. Forget about this entire code. Create IOC container. I have given new code. Given new code. Everyone remembered that? Some newspaper code, something I have given. Remembered? Default listable. Today's gap has come in explaining strategy design pattern. I hope you remembered all these fundamentals of Spring. New default listable factory. Yes. Now tell me. XML bean definition reader. Reader is equal to new XML bean definition reader of factory. Superna boss. Next, reader dot load beans. Reader dot load bean definitions. What is that? SRC is already there in the class path. com/nt/cfz/ application context.xml. Get target class object. Get target class object. Get target class object. Tell me what is the method I should call, guys? Get bean method I have to call. Remembered? Flipkart. Flipkart fpkt is equal to fpkt is equal to ct factory dot get bean. Factory dot get bean fpkt comma fpkt comma flipkart dot class. I hope you remembered all these fundamentals. We stopped working with the old style of container creation. We stopped working with the old style of getting get bean method, calling get bean method. Remembered all this stuff. Next, invoke the business method. String result is equal to fpkt dot shopping. New string array. New string array. Array, Ugadi festival is coming. What are the things we'll purchase for Ugadi festival? Tell me. What things we'll purchase for Ugadi festival, boss? Mangoes. We'll purchase mangoes. Next. We'll purchase mangoes. Tamarind. Tamarind. Next, some sugar canes. Sugar canes. Yes, boss. You know, we are how much influenced by Britishers? Chinese will celebrate Chinese New Year like anything. Come on. Chinese will celebrate Chinese New Year like anything. And and Malaysians will celebrate Malaysians New Year like anything. But we are the Indians who celebrates American New Year like anything. But our original New Year is Ugadi. Our original New Year is Ugadi. You know that? Lots of people think that it is only South Festival. It's not South Festival. For entire India, Ugadi is our New Year. Since we belongs to so many cultures and creed and caste, we generally ignore that one. But Indian official New Year is what? Ugadi. In different states, it is called with different names. In Hindi is right. Like a few years back, boss. Few years back, on this day, entire India is united into single kingdom. Right. Yeah, in different states, it is called Gudi Padwa and all this stuff. Right. Mangoes. Next one. Next one is what? Prices, guys. New. Tell me, guys. New float array of. New float. Anonymous array I'm creating, boss. New float array of price. Mango price is how much? So special mangoes, 900 rupees. Tamarind price is 300 rupees special. Sugar canes, 100 rupees over. 100 rupees over. Array, some price, ra babu. What is there in that? Okay, done. yes, sysout result, print it. Okay, don't lose your focus. Java application, Flipkart DTDC set courier, and we are getting the result. 870 rupees is the price. Delivering, so 1300 is the price, and mid order ID is 870. Now listen, I don't want to use DTDC. I am interested in Blue Dart. Just type Blue Dart here. Is there any need of properties file, guys? Is there any need of properties file, guys? That can be achieved through XML or not? That can be achieved through XML or not? Yeah, see boss, what is easy boss? Here, so many things I have developed. Property file factory. But here, property, in the place of property file, XML has come. Is there any need of developing proper? Are you understanding my point? Okay. See, if you are not interested, configure only one dependent that is required. That is required. Come on. Are you listening my statement? No. For server restart, no need of doing any changes in XML, boss. Anyhow, server restart, we bring Spring MVC into picture. Don't think about web application now. Please think about standalone only. There's a time to learn that. Is there any need of developing factory, guys, here? No need of developing any factory. Yes, boss. Developing strategy DP application using Spring environment. Developing strategy DP application using Spring. Right. See, guys, all are same. Only application context.xml and client I have to develop. Remaining all are same or not. Application context.xml. Here you say paste. Yes. Don't leave the class until I give conclusion. Next. This is my client application, boss. This is my client application. Strategy DP test dot Java. Strategy DP test dot Java. Okay, boss. Yeah, these are same as above now, boss. Same as previous. Same as previous application. Okay, now I am coming to the actual story, boss. Advantages of developing Spring application. Oh, sorry. Strategy DP using Spring. Advantages of developing Spring up strategy DP using Spring, guys. Everyone getting my point? Number one, right? No need of developing separate factory to perform dependency management. Because come on guys, because IOC container takes care of that. IOC container itself acts as IOC container itself acts as factory and takes care of that dependency management process. Takes care of that dependency management process. Right, boss? The Spring Bean configuration file, XML file, okay, gives loose coupling, loose coupling to change one dependent with one dependent with another dependent, one dependent with another dependent without touching the source code of target class, without touching the source code of target class. Sir, you said working with property file easy compared to XML. I still stick to statement, Mr. Cordia. I still stick to same statement. But first of all, tell me, I am reading XML file. Am I processing XML file? Am I reading XML file, or IOC container is doing that? Cordia, please respond. Am I reading? Am I processing or IOC container? IOC. IOC container is ready-made one or user-defined one? User-defined one. Okay, to read and process XML document, XML parser is required. Am I arranging or IOC container is giving that one? Am I arranging or IOC container is giving that one? IOC container is giving. Then why should I bother? Then why should I bother? XML is complex or easier? Come on, guys. And moreover, IOC container is designed to take inputs from XML. IOC container is designed to collect the inputs from XML file. That's why I'm giving through XML. I hope you got a clarity, boss. Come on. Okay, compared to properties file, XML is having some advantages, no doubt in that. That's the reason they preferred working with what? XML. Right. Next one. Number 3. This is very interesting, boss. You should concentrate. IOC container gives internal cache to maintain and reuse. Array developing cache on our own while developing factory in core Java setup is very, very complex or not? So do I need to bother about that, guys? Do I need to bother about that, guys? Come on. IOC container gives internal cache to maintain and reuse Spring Bean class objects. To maintain and reuse Spring Bean class objects. Next. Easy to develop and use. Easy to develop and easy to use. Easy to develop and easy to use. I think my target is completed, boss. Before Spring, what they used to do, after arrival of Spring, why things are simplified? After arrival of Spring, why things are simplified? I think my agenda is completed. Now you got idea why Spring is popular in dependency management. Got the clarity, 100% clarity, boss. Okay, now I will tell. First application I have given to make you people to habituate with Spring. What is target, what is dependent, what is XML file, what is container. I think first project target is that to enter into Spring. Next, I created the environment before Spring, what people used to do for dependency management. They used to design based on strategy pattern. So if they implement strategy pattern manually using core Java without using Spring, what are the complexities? What are the complexities? What are the burdens on the programmer? We found some burden. Factory has to be developed, cache has to be taken care manually. So much complexity is there. But if you use Spring setup to develop the same strategy design pattern application, come on. Okay, all these things will not be there or not there. Abhishek Singh, Abhishek Singh, deployment kind of words we should use for web application, distributed application. Got the point? Okay. So web application, distributed application, deployment will be there. So there will be maintenance team will be having access to the XML file. There will be maintenance team will be having access to what? This one. Subham, I hope you forgot in the flow. I hope you forgot the flow of Spring first application, Ra Babu. After creating objects before giving to client, it will maintain in the internal cache for reusability, having bean IDs as the key, bean class objects as the values. Forgot that point, huh? That means you are not practicing, boss. Internal cache for reusability, it will maintain in internal cache. Right. Now listen. Okay, whatever examples I have given so far are the simple and POC example, proof of concept example. Tomorrow when we meet, how this will be used in real time, how this dependency injection will be used in real time. We are going to develop our first mini project, which is a layered application. First mini project, which is a layered application. Listen carefully, listen. Once that is over, I will try to convert that application into XML plus annotations, 100% code driven application, and then Spring Boot application. With that, our Spring Boot starts. Then I can show advantages of going for Spring compared to working with Spring. So that will be first official launch of Spring Boss. I think you convinced with me, guys. Come on. So tomorrow, whoever is having knowledge of layered applications, revise and come. If you don't know, leave it. If you know, please revise and come. What is DAO class? What is data source? What is service class? What is controller? Try to find out and come. If you don't know, leave it. Not an issue. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Come on. Right. No. Spring Basics will not be over, boss. Spring Basics will not be over, but I will be launching Spring Boot officially like that. Okay, fine. So we'll meet tomorrow. We'll discuss this one. Raghavendra Singh, I am not teaching. Sonu Gupta, Spring Flow is nothing but first application Flora Babu. Right. Arun Kumar, you have to become member of Google Classroom, then you have to contact admin. Suri Kumar, date sequence is missed. Anyhow, in the file name, dates are there now. Please go by that. Okay, Spring Bean lifecycle will be discussed. Don't worry, Spring Bean lifecycle also will be discussed. In Spring Basics, still there are multiple topics. Thank you. Contact admin if you are getting problem to access Google Classroom. Thank you, guys. Corday, You'll be having Google Classroom. Please contact admin. Mostly you'll be having holiday on the day of Ugadi. Mostly Tuesday will be holiday, boss. Thank you. Have a nice time. Partha Mandal, it is in FB for a few days, but later I will be giving entire notes through Google Classroom. Any issue to access Google Classroom, contact admin because they will check your registration formalities before giving access to Google Classroom. Thank you, guys. Davuluri, once React classes are started, I'll inform. Don't worry. Sindhu, Sindhu in FB group notes is there. Spring MVC takes time, boss. Spring MVC takes time. Okay, April 18th tools class is there. This weekend not there. Next April 18th weekend tools class is there. Eclipse debugging tools class is there. Thank you. Have a nice time.